cracking, guys? Omar Aesop here in this video today. A common question I gotta answer. I used to get it a hell of a lot more when not a lot of channels were talking about strength, and it's this. You know, I'm getting stronger, but why am I not getting bigger? And this is actually a common problem, a very common problem. It's normal and it's to be expected. And really, a lot of times before, you know, powerlifting and strength, I started a trend about 18 months ago. What ended up happening, people would see, you know, powerlifters or these guys with like big shirts and they're not so jacked, and they'd say, man, getting stronger doesn't make you bigger. And that was false. Now, a lot of people, when they do new programs, they hop on like 5-3-1, a 5x5, doesn't really matter. They experience massive strength gains. I'm talking about like putting 100 pounds to their squat, 150 pounds even, maybe on their squat, but their quads only increase by maybe an inch or two. So it's like, what the hell? I'm getting super strong, but I'm not growing so much. And before, you know, there's a lot of common factors that I'm not going to talk about. I'm going to talk about the most important one, neurological adaptations and the need for volume. But most of the common mistakes, you know, being impatient, we all want the gains yesterday. That happens. Another one too is not eating enough. Those are common mistakes. We don't really care about that in this video today. I'm here to talk about why, in particular, when you transition over more towards strength, why you'll get stronger first before you get bigger. And that's what I said before, motor learning patterns, neurological adaptations. What happens at first, when any movement, the more complex the movement, the longer it takes to master it. So let's take the squat, let's take the deadlift, let's take the bench press. We go to the Olympic movements, right? I'm only throwing up 100 some pounds over my head. It's certainly not strength limiting me, it's technique, but it's also those motor patterns. The movement is foreign to your body. It has to adapt. You currently have enough muscle to lift the weight that you're lifting, but you're not wired efficiently, it feels foreign. Even when you master the technique, it takes time for your body to click, to wire all those muscles to work together. And that's why, I mean, in 2012 for myself, I could speak, when I did the Ed Cohen deadlift program with Sean Kelly, the owner of Fortis Fitness here, I added like 80 pounds to my deadlift in 9 weeks or 10 weeks, and I gained no more muscle for all that crazy strength gain. And it was simply because I had that strength in my body, in my muscles, but I wasn't utilizing it. So the first thing you gotta do is tap out your technique and then become more neurally efficient at that lift, and that happens over time. The first thing that'll happen with everyone, you know, when you start to squat more frequently, deadlift more frequently, is that your strength will go up like this. Your muscle mass will kind of inch up. You might gain, once again, only an inch or two on the quad. One factor we can influence when it comes to strength is muscular size, besides motivation and training hard, obviously, at the gym. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that even though you're getting stronger without getting bigger, here's the kicker, and here's why you should stick with it, everyone should, is that it potentiates future gains. I've said this before, right? But think about it. If you go from bench pressing 225 for one rep, right, your one rep max, to 315 pounds, and then you're able to rep out 275 for reps, that rep work and that extra volume, that will drive hypertrophy, that will drive the size. So getting stronger, well, initially it might not make you bigger. Over time, it builds that bigger potential base. And that's why I get back to, in general, my recommendations. Like when it comes to the fundamental movements, you should train like a powerlifter. If you want to look good, right, if you want to get jacked, you should train like a powerlifter when it comes to the fundamental movements, focusing on intensity, volume over time, squat, bench, deadlift, right, overhead press. When it comes to the accessory movements, on the other hand, doing your curls, doing some dips, doing some pull-ups, all those things of that nature, you should train more like a bodybuilder, so you combine both. I know people say power bodybuilding, it's true. So the big problem a lot of people experience, or they'll see on the internet, and then it kind of scares them away from getting stronger, focusing on strength program, is that they hear about people getting really strong, like they did 5x5, and their big three increased by 300 pounds, and yet their biceps are still the same size, is that it takes time. Adaptation, neurological adaptations will first occur, and then hypertrophy, because you already had the muscle there. It was there in the first place, you just didn't know how to use it. Your body has to learn how to use it first, and then you'll continue to make gains. What you want to do, and the take-home message for everyone here that is fearing they're going to get stronger while not getting bigger, is volume. Volume is the key driver for hypertrophy. As I said it before, and just to wrap it up, is that while you're getting stronger, while you're training like a powerlifter for the main movements, your accessory movements, you gotta make sure you're getting enough volume, trying to get better over time. If you grow bigger muscles, as long as you don't care about weight classes, because like someone said, there's no weight classes in the jungle. As you get bigger, you will get stronger. There's more potential there with the more muscle you have. Guys, that is the summary of the video. You gotta let those adaptations take place. They take time. And increasing your strength, people act like it's a bad thing. Like they gained 100 pounds on their squat, but they only gained an inch or two on the quads. Newsflash for you, your squat went up 100 pounds. You should be celebrating that shit and drive that volume. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you liked the video, make sure to like the damn video, and I'll be seeing all you guys, my rascals, in that next video. Peace.